40-year quality
everyone.
expert Daryl
On
Guberman
August 17,
makes major
2024,
announcement.
I went to Washington.
America's
For
survival
you, ladies
depends
and
on
gentlemen,
quality.
those
Will
that I
Congress
know,
listen
those that
before
I
it's
don't
too
know,
late?
and you're watching this. My 40-plus years in quality and manufacturing have come to bear. Aerospace, medical implants, materials, printing, plastic distribution, where I dealt with every industry under the sun. We stood up. It was an open door. Like most congressional meetings are open door, but you're in a gallery, there's a certain decorum. But I'm a taxpayer. I'm an American, and I give a flying fuck. By the way, fuck I can use. That was a federal statement back in 2017 when Donald Trump, President Trump's first administration, had Patrick Shanahan on board, the Deputy Secretary of Defense, who was being interviewed an inquisition by a Senate Subcommittee meeting, and he was asked about the F-35. He said the program is fucked up. That sets the standard for we, the people of the United States of America. We had a federal employee use that term when discussing a military program. It's fucked up. We stood up to support Sam Salephour. I have two pieces of paper in my hand that Boeing let go of on-site audits for over 22 years. Sent in the two certs, one for special processes, heat, treat, etc. Another one just for quality certification, AS9100, as long as it's ANSI ANAB accredited, because they've got that all tied up, just like our federal agencies. Long story, I'm not going to get into it. It's going to be in this speech I'm going to give you. And they took those two pieces of paper down January 2025. You can't make it up. They'll probably use an excuse. No, they've been down for years. No, I put them into many press releases. And the links are there. But when you click on it, it's a dead link. The page does not exist. It's disgusting. Boeing called them out on their supplier portal. Third-party registrars must be ANSI, ANAB, or equivalent. And they sat on ANSI ANAB's management committee board that can grant, suspend, and withdraw certification. And ANSI ANAB took that down too in August of 2024. And now we begin. June 18th, I went back to see David Calhoun, the CEO. The only thing he knew about quality was his Titleist golf ball getting hit off the tee on a golf club, on a golf course. I heard a woman there from, I think, the Indonesian area. She said, "You killed my daughter. You killed my family." That's what I hear day in and day out. That's why I go to. I called Union IM 751 to try to get a hold of John Holden, the incompetent president. He should be fired. And as union members, 33,000 of them, it's easy to take them and throw them out. Get a new person in there that gives a shit about you, because Mr. Holden gives a shit about his power trip. Not good. I called 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and then I said, fuck this, I'm going to go myself, and I did. I spent almost a month out there gathering my quality analysis, grabbing it, and finding out that Boeing's commercial airlines never was AS9100 certified for 20 plus years, but they were demanding from you, ladies and gentlemen, a very expensive proposition for your OEM that didn't have it. Do as I say, not as I do. And they did that so they wouldn't have to send inspectors out on-site auditing so that they could give their CEOs fatter and fatter bonuses. 2009, Boeing was made an agency of the FAA. They didn't have to tell anybody. Hear the DOJ say, "Oh, Boeing lied to the FAA." No, they didn't lie to the FAA. They were the FAA. They could self-certify their own aircraft technologies like the MCAS system, and aircraft designs. And the Boeing/FAA inspectors that were being paid from Boeing are basically, they would report most of the findings to the FAA. But don't let anybody tell you this, that the CEOs of Boeing at the time, when you had the Boeing/FAA inspectors, that were basically de facto administrators. Here we go. 40-year quality expert Daryl Guberman makes major announcement. America's survival depends on quality. Will Congress listen before it's too late? For decades, international has become an evil cloak of disguise for anti-national motives that weaken America from within. The very concept of quality management, once the backbone of American manufacturing, has been hijacked by globalist corruption, corporate greed, and federal agency collusion. It's time to bring quality back to America. Quality must be American, not globalist garbage. We must legislate quality management to be strictly American, not dictate by foreign interests hiding behind organizations like the American National Standards Institute and the American National Crediting Board. These groups do not foster honesty. I should know. I've been involved with quality for 40 plus years. They do not support American craftsmanship. Instead, they enable corrupt corporations and federal agencies to certify failure, rubber stamp fraud, and let China steal our military and industrial secrets. For years, Lockheed Martin and Boeing, other defense contractors, have ignored proper quality management, leading to disastrous projects like the F-35, which is only 29% combat ready, warfighter ready. Unbelievable. And now the Y-47, Boeing, another looming catastrophe. Inspector General reports prove that Lockheed Martin and their subcontractors violated AS-91 procedures, never followed them. Yet ANSI and ANAP continue to certify them through the registrars that are accredited by them. Globalist corruption, a national security crisis. America is being sold out by corporations and politicians who praise China while undermining our own industries. When Lockheed Martin bought Sikorsky Aircraft in 2015, they needed China's approval because they were an international regulator, right? Our lawmakers, including Rosa DeLauro, Richard Blumenthal, and Chris Murphy, praised Lockheed Martin for cooperating with communist China. That's not just disgraceful. That, ladies and gentlemen, is treasonous, and they should be out. Get them out of office now. Step the fuck down, ladies and gentlemen. Step the fuck down, DeLauro, Himes, all of them. Even Himes, but get them out of there. Meanwhile, federal agencies like the DOJ, DOD, DHS, and FDA are not just members. It's the DOJ, the Department of Commerce, the DHS, and the FDA are not just members, but they are customers. They are customers. They buy into the same corrupt system they should be regulating. That's why they won't investigate Boeing's 22 years of certification fraud. I said 22 years of certification fraud. Lockheed's quality failures or ANSI's ANAP's direct ties to the CCP, especially between 2015 and 2021. The virus, ANSI ANAP criminal cover-up. ANSI and ANAP weren't just complicit in military and industrial failures. They had a hand in the biggest global catastrophe of our time. They must be held criminally liable for the role in the release of the virus from Wuhan, China. But the DOJ and ANSI member will never prosecute its own. The final warning, ladies and gentlemen, if they don't listen to Daryl Guberman, America will collapse. Do not listen to President Trump, Elon Musk, Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, Peter Hegseth, Howard Lutkin. Don't listen to them. That's only some of them. This is no longer just about poor quality planes, corrupt certifications, or foreign espionage. This is about the survival of our nation, ladies and gentlemen. Daryl Guberman, me, have been telling the truth for decades. The question is, will Congress and corporate America listen before it's too late? Ladies and gentlemen, thus far it is too late. For years, politicians have ignored the warnings. If they don't listen now, then instead of building a wall to stop illegal immigration, America will have to start cutting doors in it because Americans will be the ones escaping to other countries. I thank you. My telephone number is 203-556-1493, and you can't make this up. And God bless America. I thank you.